Houston about to kick off to get things underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Give to the running back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
The kick is on its way. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. From the gun, the give, looking for room.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Pulls it and fires to the left. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Got it in stride inside the 20. Slippery slide, finds his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Hello.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that 1st down.
I love it. The defense brings extra bodies near the line of scrimmage. They choose to blitz, get to him, try to speed up the processor just a little bit, force the scramble, no damage done. Nice job by this defense making him think really quickly and make a decision.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody on the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
kick is in the air. Cradles it at the 35. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. A quick pass to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
Pulls and fires complete. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding. I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man. Just he catches the football, and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, the ground game. Makes it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And that is just an attitude run. Running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
This Houston offense about to snap it on first down again. Cooler 18. Cooler 18. Here we go. Looking downfield on first down. Got the back over the middle. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And the Cougars are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
QB decided not to hand it off on that RPO. Defense, great job taking the throwaway, now setting up 4th.
They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. They're throwing for it on 4th down. It's incomplete, and the defense makes a stop and gets the football back.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice. Turnover on downs.
Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Polk. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Wants to go up top on first down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Listen, a lot of time tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. Fourth down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Power football with the run.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these, but if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to. About airing it out a little bit.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to fire on second down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. They'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Houston offense comes onto the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
Yeah, I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Grabs it inside the 10. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
They'll go to the air. Working that wide receiver screen. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for him.
Steamrolls his way ahead. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
Twice they've been denied touchdowns in the red zone, and now it's 3rd and goal. They're working that left side, and they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Nice job by the defense there. They knew coming into this one, this running back was dangerous catching the football, so really good job getting him down on the ground, now setting up 4th and goal.
Between the uprights, it's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Gonna run it. It's Overton. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, That's a nice looking throw right there. And I'll tell you what, for Hokie quarterbacks in the past, it's not all about just hurting you with their legs. Michael Vick could kill you throwing the football. Tyrod Taylor could do it. How about this name? Jim Drunkenmiller. You can just see him right now dotting an 18-yard dig route. That's a nice looking throw. That gives me some Drunkenmiller.
Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Got the first down and more. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
One thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a 1-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Ole Miss has the lead right now, but I don't care if it's Archie or Eli back there. We've come to learn that no lead is safe inside Vaught Hemingway. They're up by 7 over Cal. Any major changes in this ACC standoff, you'll hear about them first from us, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Going right to work up top. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
The Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Runs for the tackle. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Finds the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Throws to the tight end. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
You know, I love defensive ends that are active and violent with their hands. Great job fundamentally by that D-end getting that sack.
And the Cougars have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He's not afraid to go deep. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Hokies will boot it away to start the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
So now it's second and long. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Watkins. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Off play action. On the run, fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Houston is moving it quickly down the field. The give to the back. Turning it on. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. Leaves it with the back. Still on his feet at the 45. Lots of running room. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Hokies.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. They could couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Houston offense once again. The lead has been sliced to a field goal, and now they'll try to answer. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Under fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
Buys a little time with his feet. Unleashes it. Finds a man on the right. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Houston coming to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Looking for a deep man. And he makes the catch inside the 25.
Let's not overcomplicate things.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. First and goal now for Houston as they try to get it in. Looking for the goal line. And he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Makes the grab on the left. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. Not much of a decision to make there, as the defense will move them back. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. Using his legs to buy some time. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
That is exactly what I would tell this quarterback to do. Throw that ball away. Don't force it. Don't create a turnover down here in the red zone. We still got a few more downs to go. Nice job by the QB with the decision-making.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and forever, let's test his arm strength. It's complete. They put it in the hands of their playmaking receiver, but he will be stopped short. It's 4th down.
Listen, you hear all the time about how important it is to stay on schedule offensively, right? And this is a perfect example. You just can't have negative plays early in drives, because even when you come up with big plays like we just saw, you're still miles away from picking up this first down. You're making it so hard on your offense.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Hokies can really attack on this second and short. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
Good enough for a first down.
They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. To the air on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man, or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it. And the big time...
Oh, he's got some space. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Tell you what, that regain really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. That's the end of the period, and Houston has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So the final period starts with a second down play. That's caught. It's Wiggins. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
The Hokies pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. And the Hokies have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And, guys, this is a great time to take a shot if you want on second and short. Looking for a crease. It's Overton. He has the first and still on his feet. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
The Hokies will line it up on 1st and 10. Now on the move. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
You know, we talk about quarterbacks having to make quick decisions, and I think you saw it on that play. Nobody opened downfield, and he just decided to take off.
And the Hokies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Motion from the back. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
How nice is it to know, man, late in the ball game when I need it, I can keep the football on the ground, not get super complicated, pound the rock, get in the end zone, and take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
ACC action, fellas, and all week there's been intrigue about this one. North Carolina is down right now, but that kid on the defensive side, I know this is a big statement, but he looks like a young Lawrence Taylor. Do not rule out a comeback. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to Iowa. Any big changes in this ACC clash? We've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, this offense is going to try and grind their way to a win now, and they're going to start force-feeding this guy the football, too. He's made a few plays earlier in this game, but now in the 4th quarter, it's about force-feeding him, getting some push up front, and just icing this thing.
The give out of the gun. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And if I'm the running back, I'm going to be like, listen, O-line, can you give me something? Can you give me some space to try to make somebody miss and not have another guy right next to me? I'm giving the offensive line an earful. I need some holes, need some space up front. They're going to do a better job.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
And another broken tackle. He's not quite going to make it to the sticks. Left inches short. 4th down coming, and man, did he empty the bag. Spin, juke, jump, jive, you name it. He tried everything. Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. Has to get there to move the sticks. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on 4th and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that 4th down play.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Caught in the backfield. It's Wilson. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. The give and tick, 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 tick. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
There he goes. Bust through behind his pad. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
The Hokies with the 1st and 10. In the red area, it's Wilson. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Looking for space, it's Mason. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead. Late in the 4th quarter, inside of a minute, I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he missed it. No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He's got an open man. At the 45 on his way. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Cougar. And inside a minute to go, and they've got money.
Well, the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. A blown opportunity, missing that short field goal on the last drive, and now they'll try to put something on the board here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Wiggins. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Looking downfield on 1st down. Rushes on him. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Wiggins. Breaks into the open. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the 1st down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Working that left side. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Virginia Tech.
A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. And this one can draw us even in the final moments. So now things a bit harder after that delay of game penalty, and now you got to worry about getting it out of the shadow of your own goalpost. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. From the gun. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Hokies. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, what a great job by this offense executing down the field, using all of the clock, being smart, getting the big score late, and I think that one should do it.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Bringing it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. With jet sweep pass. Finding open areas. There he goes. They make the stop, but that's going to do it here as time has expired, and that'll just serve to pad the stats. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us for toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to San Diego, Snapdragon Stadium, home to the San Diego State Aztecs. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Oregon State Beavers, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the San Diego State Aztecs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Beavers will kick it away to start us off. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Aztecs offense will get first crack at it today. Typically, you don't think of an offense built around its tight end, but they got no production from there last week. They'll need that to improve in this one, David.
Yeah, he's a chain mover. He's a red zone threat. That big old body, man, he's a matchup problem. So they definitely need to find a way to make sure that they're feeding the big fella, that they're using him in different ways. And listen, balance on offense is good. Still use the receivers. But, Jesse, they can't forget about that dude.
No, and I don't think you have to all of a sudden panic and all of a sudden reinvent your playbook offensively. You just got to execute better, and you got to give him more opportunities. I think that was one of the biggest problems their last game out. They just didn't throw it his way enough. That has to change today. He should be targeted really early in this game.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. Turning it on. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. And the Aztecs want to move quickly.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play call. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run play action. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Aztecs will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. So the Oregon State Beavers offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
They'll ride the hot hand. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
They'll run the option. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Beavers come to the line with a new set of downs. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. State offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Aztecs are in the hurry-up. Gets the back moving. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. The Aztecs will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Let's see what he can do with it. Slips through the line. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
And he made the extra point without problem. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Aztecs offense ready to go back to work. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. A strike downfield. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Guys, let's think just for a minute about big picture San Diego State. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Trying play action. Caught near the sticks. It's busted. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. And the Aztecs are moving quickly down the field.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Wants to go up top on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Sutton. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They'll send the tight end in motion. Off play action on first down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Aztecs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Defense playing a bail technique. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's looking deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Hey, listen, quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me.
And the heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. And the Aztecs send out the punt unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. returner will be knocked down. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Beavers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Takes the handoff. It's Hankerson inside the 45. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The option look. Picks up the first down, still moving. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. The Beavers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Touchdown, Oregon State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to try to return this one. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. San Diego State takes over as the offense is ready to go to work. They've gotten very little done on their first 3 possessions, hoping this one will be more productive. Finds a man on the left. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see